breaking news we're following overnight out of Baltimore, where we know several people were shot at a college campus. The shooting happened just before 9:30 last night at Morgan State University, which is a historically black college. Police say 5 young people, 4 men and a woman, were shot. 4 of them are students. All of them, thankfully, are expected to survive. Police say this is no longer an active shooter situation, and the shelter-in-place order on campus was lifted around 12:30. They haven't said yet whether they are searching for one or multiple suspects. We're going to continue to update this story as we learn more.
Jamarcus Glover, a key figure in the Breonna Taylor case, will face a judge today. St. Matthews police arrested Glover and 2 others last Saturday on drug trafficking charges. Investigators say a 13-year-old girl died from a fentanyl overdose back in April, which they were able to tie to a drug trafficking operation on Taylor Boulevard. Glover is accused of using kids under the age of 18 to help him transport and sell heroin, fentanyl, and other illegal drugs. Now, Glover was the original target of the police raid that led to the death of Breonna Taylor in 2020. He's Taylor's ex-boyfriend. At the time, police believed he was receiving packages at her home. Glover was arrested on drug charges that night that Taylor was killed and was sentenced to home incarceration and a 5-year probation. He's expected in court at 9 o'clock.
And today, the man charged with killing another man inside a Prospect home will also be in court. Police say 20-year-old James Small shot and killed 23-year-old Charles Herzog around 11:30 Monday night. It happened on Duroc Avenue. It's off of River Road. Arrest documents show Small turned himself in, admitting to the shooting and getting rid of the gun. A witness told police Small was drinking and using drugs when the weapon went off. Small is facing manslaughter charges and is due in court at 9 this morning.
LMPD detectives have investigated 125 homicides this year. That is one shy of hitting last year's count of 126. With that said, one local group is just tired of seeing that number tick up, and its members are making an extra effort to stop crime in our city.
Yeah, they're calling it the Peace Watch, and it's now expanding into 5 Louisville neighborhoods. WHAS11's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie have more on the people behind the group and how they want you to get involved.
No More Red Dots is addressing gun violence 1 block at a time.
We have to try to do something that we ain't done.
They're approaching young people before intervention, before arguments turn lethal.
It's probably more important now than it's ever been because we confront it straight on. We identify who the shooters are, and we approach them about doing something different.
No More Red Dots is calling on community leaders and residents to join their Peace Watch to reduce violence in the Russell, Portland, California, Newburgh, and Shawnee neighborhoods. They want community members to join the Peace Coalition, where they will be trained how to identify issues in order to have a safer neighborhood.
So we figured if we got 5 communities working on peace, and they're doing similar things based on the fact of what is the differences in neighborhoods.
Tim Finley, CEO of ElderServe, located in West Louisville, opened its doors to serve as a hub for the community to learn more about this program.
If we're going to really deal with this violence issue, it's going to have to be everybody at the table. And I think that this provides that opportunity.
Finley says ElderServe understands that community violence is an issue in the city and there needs to be a strategy to reduce it.
We need a plan, and it needs to be based on data. We need people like Dr. Woods who are doing the work that can really help us to formulate that plan and then implement it so that we see a safer community.
In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
There will be monthly meetings in each neighborhood coalition to brainstorm new ideas to prevent violence. To learn more about getting involved with the Peace Coalition, head on over to this story on WHAS11.com.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
The implications of that single gavel are seismic because for the first time in American history, the U.S. House of Representatives has removed its Speaker of the House. That means this morning there is no Speaker. The now former leader, Kevin McCarthy, was removed from his position yesterday by 8 House Republicans and nearly all Democrats. The decision came down to a handful of votes with a final tally of 216 to 210. The motion to remove McCarthy came from Florida Representative Matt Gaetz. After averting a government shutdown, McCarthy welcomed the challenge to his speakership. In a speech after the vote, McCarthy said he will not seek another run at the position.
Never give up on the American people. That doesn't mean I have to be Speaker to do what I have to do for the American people.
So here's where we are now. North Carolina Republican Patrick McHenry will be the speaker temporarily until the House can have a formal vote to choose a new speaker.
We know our Kentucky lawmakers are involved here as well. We spoke with Congressman Morgan McGarvey not long after the historic vote. The Louisville Democrat tells us the dysfunction is preventing the government from doing its job.
They are not focused on governing right now. They are worried about politics and distraction. And that's why this is not enjoyable. It's not fun to see the dysfunction happening right now because it has real world impacts. We have fewer than 45 days to keep the government open and avoid another shutdown. And we are losing this week right now because of their infighting.
I will note that McGarvey did vote to oust McCarthy. And looking ahead, Congressman McGarvey says that he hopes the infighting comes to an end so Congress can elect a new speaker and get back to work. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell also thanked McCarthy for his leadership. In a statement, he said, in part, quote, "The speaker's appetite for worthy causes steered a narrow majority to seize historic opportunities for the American people and for conservative principles."